Going live, going live. And we are live. Hello, friends. My name is Teacher Evelyn Joy. I have pink eyes, so I'm wearing these lovely glasses. I found out this morning that there was some sort of buying frenzy for the rat dino, and it's already sold out. And my friend Kim, who has been really wanting a rat dino, she did not get one in time before they were all sold out. So she was born in 1984, I want to say. She said she's year of the rat, so that's why she really wanted a rat dino. So I said, I asked her if she had a regular dino. She does. I'm not going to send her my dino, but I will crochet her a little hat and outfit for her dino to help him dress up as a rat. So she said she has the Santa dino, the regular dino, and the pig dino. I'm now making her a rat costume for her dino. Now, the idea comes from the rat dino, but it's not made to look exactly like the rat dino. So I have here gray yarn and red yarn. I'm going to be making him a red vest for Chinese New Year, and I'm going to be making him a gray hat with ears. And I'm going to send it to my friend, but I have my dino here, right here. He's going to be my model for me to try it out. Now, I would be using a smaller crochet hook if I could find it, but I'm just using what I have on hand. I didn't have to spend any money because these are yarns I already had in my house. In fact, as soon as I came into my classroom to find it, classroom, office, whatever you call it, to find the yarn, it was the first thing I laid eyes on was the gray yarn and the red yarn. I said, perfect. It's meant to be. I was hoping I could find the gray yarn and find the red yarn, and it was right where it was supposed to be. Okay. So I'm going to measure. I may have made this chain too long. Let's check. Oh, it's exactly, I eyeballed it exactly right. So I want to make this first chain the size of the front of his face, and I'm going to connect it together. This is going to be a little hat that slips over his head like a hood, and he's going to have big ears. Super cute. That's the plan. Okay. So I'm just figuring this out as I go. I'm not necessarily going to finish this project while I'm on the video with you. But I'm going to talk about a little bit about life with a newborn. So I am struggling. My newborn is precious, beautiful, wonderful, good boy. It's just adjusting to life with a newborn, and especially trying to breastfeed a little one that has breastfeeding issues. It's pretty hard. Speaking of which, after this, I need to pump. So I am giving him pumped milk and formula right now because things are not working out great. So right now, I woke up this morning to teach a 5 a.m. class. I got to my computer, put my lipstick on, had everything ready to go, and discovered that that class had been canceled outside of 24 hours. So I got to go back to bed, but I didn't get paid for it, but that's okay. So my next class is tomorrow morning. So everybody is a little disappointed about the Chinese New Year booking frenzy because it was not that great, but we're thankful for what we have, right? Some bookings is better than no bookings for sure. So yeah, I'm just going to explain what I'm planning on doing. So I'm planning on making this go one time around right here. Then I'm going to have a hole right here for his neck and make basically like a hat and make some ears. And then I'm going to make a little red vest. Oops. I have 2 people watching. Feel free to say hello in the chat box. So yeah, yesterday I cried. Yesterday was a difficult day. When you have a newborn, whether it's your first or your fourth, newborns are hard work, even when you have the sweetest little newborn ever. Part of the problem is we are stuck inside. I need to figure out a way to rearrange my car seats so that I can get all 4 kids in their car seats. So that's a challenge. I'm going to have to wrestle those car seats and get them rearranged, unfortunately, so that I can get kids in and out of the car effectively, because right now I can't go anywhere with all 4 kids, and today it's 11 to 17 degrees today, so definitely too cold to go out today, but tomorrow we're hoping to go. Again, rearranging car seats, not that fun in the cold, so we might have to wait till a warmer day to do that. But I'm thinking I'm going to have my 2 older girls in the back and my 2 younger boys in the front. So that's the idea. Still figuring out the logistics. I asked a friend of mine who is a car seat expert, I asked her if a 5-year-old can sit in the front seat with an airbag, and the answer is ideally no. She would have to be in a booster seat, which is still in a 5-point harness, which is safer. But it's not safer for an airbag. Good to know. So yeah. And on Google, it says the ideal age to sit in the front seat with an airbag is age 13. So I don't want to put my kids in danger. Just trying to figure out a way that I can leave the house with all of them. Maybe it's not meant to be that I leave the house with all of them by myself. So recovery from the C-section is going awesome. Pink eye is not going awesome. But my husband and my son are both completely recovered from pink eye, so I shall be better soon, I believe. Esther! Listen to me. You need to go to the toilet and put the handle all the way up so it'll stop flushing. Thank you. Mommy, I flushed the toilet all by myself. Good job, big girl. Now you need to put the handle up, okay? Put the handle up. I did pull it up all the way up, so it's going to stop in 1 minute. Thank you very much, sweetheart. Good job. That toilet's one that it gets jammed sometimes. And since we're not upstairs to use it very often, my kids didn't know that it can jam. But I love that my girls are big enough to use the bathroom all by themselves. No help needed. So nice. Okay, so now I have gone 2 times around for the front here, as you can see. Then I'm going to do the rest of this, and I'm going to do the ears. So let's figure this out here. I'm going to trim my excess here. Well, actually, before I trim it, I'm going to tie it on to make sure that it doesn't unravel in any way. So yeah. I feel like I should sing a song, but I don't know what song to sing. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Who sang that song? Beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Actually, I sang that wrong. It's a Mandela effect. Everyone thinks it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, but it's actually this neighborhood. If you look back on all the old Mr. Rogers videos, he says this neighborhood, so I sang it wrong. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? And a Mandela effect is a silly little thing that the internet made up. That is when an entire generation remembers one thing, like the Berenstain Bears, when in reality it is another thing, Berenstain Bears. Isn't that funny? Or beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's actually this neighborhood. So it's funny when a whole generation remembers it used to be one way, but the idea is something happened in the time-space continuum that they went back in time and somebody stepped on a butterfly and changed it from the to this, right? Hello, Laura. Welcome. I am crocheting a rat costume for our dear friend, Dino. Laura, do you teach VIPKID? Wait, which Laura is this? Laura H. Is this a Laura H that I have as a friend on Facebook? Perhaps. So right now, all three of my boys, my husband, my 2-year-old, and my newborn, are asleep downstairs. Both my girls, my 4-year-old and my 5-year-old, are playing next door. I can hear that my 5-year-old is fussing, but knowing her personality, I know she'll come to me if there's an emergency. So it seems that we are emergency free. Okay, I am now. Sweetheart, you may play in that room next door. You may play downstairs. You may get a snack. You can get the cat out, but you may not come in here right now. I'm crocheting a line because I'm going to be making a hole for his neck. I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger. I don't know how this will work out. We are experimenting. I never, ever follow patterns for sewing or crocheting. I have a creative mind, so I make things up. So I wouldn't even know how to write out the pattern for this. So you would just have to, oops, I messed up. 1 second. Just half a second there. Okay, see, I accidentally twisted this. I have to make sure it's not twisted when I connect it. So I'm looking to see, connecting it right here. Here we go. This should be better. And we are going to connect it. So now I'm going to continue crocheting onto here. So this is the hole right here that's going to be for his neck, and this is the hole for his face. If that makes any sense, you'll see it in a minute. So yeah. So I was pleasantly surprised. Last week was my first week starting just a couple classes. I had 3 classes that I taught. Friday morning, Friday night, and Saturday morning. Saturday morning class was a student no-show. So before incentives, that paycheck says $25.50. And that seems like a lot for teaching 2 classes and having 1 student no-show. So I'm a happy camper. I get $8.50 per class because I earned the first and not the second of the raises. So I was thankful that $25.50 is a pretty good check. I don't know if I don't think that will be deposited by itself. It'll probably be together with this week's pay. This morning I got up, came to my office. I think I already said this. Deja vu. And it turns out, alas, oh, silly me. So I've done this thing where I have a twisted. I'm going to fix it. This is how you fix an error when crocheting. There we go. Fixed it. I had a twisted project here, and I just fixed it by twisting it back and crocheting across, as you can see right there. Obviously, I'm not a perfectionist, or I would have undone and restarted, but I am an artist, not a perfectionist. Laura H says, I am not on Facebook. I am a VIPKID teacher. Awesome. And Laura, Amanda L is here. Welcome. I have 5 people watching and 1 thumbs up. Very good. So Laura H, you're not on Facebook. You're on YouTube. Very good. If you ever make YouTube videos, let me know so I can subscribe to you. I believe in supporting other VIPKID teachers who make YouTube videos. So I try to like and subscribe and watch the videos, especially of the underdogs, us smaller channels. The channels that have millions and hundreds of thousands of views and subscribers, and they make the same kind of content as me. I may be a little biased, but I don't really give them my views that often unless they have something to teach me I've never heard of before, like a brand ambassador video or something. But I do enjoy their videos and glean information from them, but I prefer to give my views to the underdogs, the smaller channels that are VIPKID teachers. So yeah. Well, let me read what you guys are saying. I took your advice when I began teaching. Oh, very good. Teacher Kim, welcome. This is what I'm making for you. It is the beginning stages of a Dino rat hat. And I'm going to be making a red vest to go with it. So it's not going to be exactly like the Dino rat itself, but it's going to be pretty cute. I think it's more fun than a regular Dino rat because this is more personalized. So yeah, my friend teacher Kim T, if you haven't subscribed to her yet, definitely subscribe to her. She's up to 59 subscribers, which is super exciting. I'm up to like, what is it, 628, something like that, subscribers, which is super exciting. I've been on YouTube for about 25 months now. I've made about 900 plus videos, but I'm just having fun like a hobby over here on this channel. As you can see, I'm very relaxed and down to earth kind of videographer, YouTuber. I hear my 2 girls next door fussing at each other, but I like to allow them to learn to work out their own problems and talk to each other and come to a compromise. And I know that they will always come to me complaining if they can't get to a compromise on their own. So this is the life of a mom of 4 kids. You teach them to work out their own problems so they can learn independence from a younger age. Also, I know my girls' personalities, and I know what sounds like an emergency and what sounds like fussing over a toy. Learning to share. So I've also got an ear peeled for if the baby cries downstairs. Okay, so funny. The ability of a mom to distinguish in my sleep, different sounds. I can sleep through my husband snoring. I can sleep through all kinds of noises. But as soon as a baby makes a peep or one of my girls in the next room cries or throws up or something or coughs, I automatically wake up to see something is not quite right. As said on the Madeline movie back in the day by their if you haven't seen that movie, you don't know what I'm talking about, but the nun that takes care of the orphan girls, she wakes up and goes, something is not quite right. That's basically like mom abilities. So here I am in the middle of the night, spending most of my nights awake taking care of a newborn, watching my husband, who does not have my abilities, sleep through the screaming and crying of my newborn. He screams and cries when I change his diaper. So I've learned to give him a pacifier, which none of my kids, I never gave any of my kids a pacifier ever, but I give him one in the nighttime during a diaper change just so he doesn't scream and wake up the whole house, because survival mode, right? But we're not going to make the pacifier an ongoing go-to thing. It's just a way to keep the baby calm and quiet during a diaper change, because he screams because he's a newborn. He doesn't like being cold. He doesn't like diaper changes. He doesn't understand why they are necessary in life. I'm going to show you in just a second how this project is going. So you may not know this about me, but you know, why would a mom of 4 be crocheting right now? Of all things, lady, go take a nap, go do something. The thing is, this right here, doing artwork and making a YouTube video, these are my hobbies. These are ways that I release tension and release stress. This is how I am calm. This is my happy place. Some people do yoga, some people drink coffee. This is my happy place. Okay, so we're gonna try this on Dino because we're trying it on as we go. Let's see if it fits. Yay! Okay, good news. Good news, guys. Good news. All right. So it fit. Oops, I put it on wrong. 1 second. Okay, there we go. This way. Yes. Okay. I love it. It's working out. It's working out, guys. Okay, so it's going to be like this on the front, and then on the back, I'm going to continue and make the hat here, and then I'm going to make the ears. So it's working out well. So yeah. So I'm going to start every 10th stitch, I'm going to skip. And that's how you start to make the crochet project go in to make a hat. So again, I don't follow patterns. I make things up off the top of my head. I sewed my own wedding dress. I make hats and stuffed animals out of crochet all the time. I never follow patterns. I'm just a weirdo like that. So I just skipped my first stitch. I'm going to do 1, 2. Yes, Kim said, Mom's hearing is amazing. And she said, oh, so cute. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. So now, Kim, you know it was meant to be that you weren't able to get a rat dino this morning so that you could have something especially made by a friend of yours. 5, 6. I was counting in my head while I was talking because I am a social butterfly. This is how I work with life. 8, 9, and I'm going to skip over the 10th one. So what I'm going to do in order to make the ears is I'm going to make basically like flat little hats, which will be like how do I explain? Like little circles, like you would a hat, but smaller. And then I'm going to attach them on to this little project here. And I lost count. I'm about 7 probably. I'm eyeballing it. When making a hat, I always just eyeball it. I'm like, oh, looks like I could go in every 8th or every 10th or every 3rd or whatever. So I'm just at about 10, skipping 1. What I like about crochet, as opposed to knitting, which I do not knit, what I've heard is knitting, if you miss a stitch, like we're all human and can do, it can unravel entirely. And I don't like that. With crocheting, you're basically making a million slip knots, and every slip knot is like a little knot. It's like you can't, you know, it's not exactly a knot, but you know, it holds together. It doesn't cause a problem like with knitting. So I've heard knitting, if you miss a stitch or 2, it can completely unravel and it can be super frustrating. So I have not learned to knit. I don't know that that's fully true, but I think it's true. But I crochet. I prefer crocheting. I was taught to crochet by a friend in college who her dorm room amazed me. It was full of, she didn't have a roommate, so she had her own little room, and on the desks and all over the room were set up these amazing, intricate little stuffed animals that she knew how to crochet and knit stuffed animals. And she actually took personal orders online and would make things for people, which I thought was amazing. So I learned to crochet from her. Then I learned how to make like simple little things like stuffed animals and teddy bears and stuff. So um, that's what I do. I'm going to skip a stitch because it's been a little while since I've had. Oops. We're going to see how this goes. Again, I would be using a smaller hook if I could have found it. I just used what I have on hand, so I'm using a bigger one. But I would be using a smaller one with this size of yarn. But again, I am not a perfectionist. I'm an artist, so I use what I have. I'm also cheap, so I'm not going to go to the store and buy things that I already have. If I already have a crochet hook, I use what I've got. So I don't know where I misplaced that other hook to. I looked 2 different places. It wasn't there, so I worked with what I had. So I'll probably find it after I'm done with this project. Isn't that how it always works? So I would show you guys my pink eye, but just believe me, it doesn't look good. Here. Lovely. Oh, not fun. I'm keeping it closed. So online, it actually says that pink eye, doctors online say that you should use a cold pack. Just put something cold on your eye or a cold washcloth. Use some artificial tears. Breast milk helps, but it doesn't cure it completely as of yet for me anyway. I cured it in my little girls when they were babies, but this seems to be a more difficult to beat strand. My husband had pink eye first in our family for, I'm skipping a stitch now. I think I'm going to start skipping stitches about every 5 now, because we're going to want to start going in more frequently with these stitches, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I have 4 people watching and 1 like. Thank you guys. So yeah, my husband had pink eye first for 2 weeks. He got it in one eye and then the other eye. Then my son Joshua, who's 2, he got it in one eye and he is fully recovered. It probably took about 1 week. We were constantly giving him baths like twice a day to wash his eye out. And I gave him Benadryl and ibuprofen because he was having fevers as well and swelling on the eye, and that helped. So I'm taking ibuprofen, and I'm taking an over-the-counter pill that is for infections. It's actually for a different kind of infection, but I think it should help. And yeah. So I'm going to be pumping milk when I'm done with this. Anyway. Someday I will look back to this time in my life and say, wow, I survived as a stay-at-home mom of 4 little kids, ranging from newborn to 5 years old. I did it. That was hard. But right now, I'm in the midst of the battle, just kind of taking it one day at a time. but it's helpful to have been through similar situations with newborns in the past and know that this too shall pass. The newborn phase does not last forever. It gets easier. It's going to get better. Thank you, Dani. She said, yeah, Evelyn, you're going to make it. Great advice. Okay. So this is what I've got so far. This is what I do whenever I'm making something like custom made. I try it on. If it's for a person, I have them try it on throughout while I'm making it, or I try it on while I'm making it. But if it's for a stuffed animal, the same applies, but for a stuffed animal, right? So it's working out great for his head. I actually, this is smart. Now I'm to the point that I'm going to keep it on him while I crochet it, because that way I know how often I need to go in. And then that is what we shall do. So yeah. So I'm having flashbacks to both when Esther was a newborn and she had tongue tie and a small mouth and I had to exclusively pump for her, like I'm having to do with Caleb right now. And I'm having flashbacks to when I had Deborah, and it was so hard having a 15-month-old that needed all of my attention and hugs and love, and having a newborn that needed me so bad. Because right now I have a 2.5-year-old mama's boy who needs his mama cuddles. He still sleeps in our bed half the time. We wait till he goes to sleep, then we put him in his bed, and then he wakes up some point, like probably 4 a.m. in the morning, and comes back to our bed. So it's this battle of trying to get him to sleep in his own bed. And if we were rougher, tougher parents, we would force him to go to sleep in his bed, and we would let him cry it out, and we would be super mean about it. But he's our baby, and we love our cuddles, and we appreciate that he likes his parents and wants to be near us. So we are softies, both my husband and I. So we wait till he falls asleep and we transfer him over. Whereas if he was one of our first kids, we wouldn't have done that. But he's our third. He's our baby. So anyway, Caleb, as a newborn, absolutely does not sleep in the bed with us. He sleeps in the bassinet next to us, because every single one of my newborns, I'm absolutely terrified that if they fall asleep in our bed, that something bad could happen, right? Because newborns are extra sensitive, but having a toddler in your bed is not that bad. But a newborn, definitely put him in the bassinet. So, especially with the 2-year-old in the bed, kind of dangerous. So I hold him till he falls asleep, so that means less sleep for mommy. Because if I let him just sleep next to me, that would be more sleep for me. But instead, wait till he's asleep. Or actually, for sleep training for little babies, what you're supposed to do when you're a professional at sleep training, like I am not, you're supposed to lay the baby down when they are tired but not asleep, so that they learn to sleep in their bassinet. So I've been trying that with Caleb, and he's a really easygoing baby, so he lets me do it. But sometimes he fusses and I pick him up. So yeah. Okay, Kim is saying so cute. Good, because it's for you. So anyway, that's going to cover his head. Then wait till you see the ears. The ears are going to be cute too. So here we are. I feel like right now it looks like a helmet for a knight in shining armor. So yes. I have not yet decided on the bottom half when I make the red vest if I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do. I think I'm deciding as we speak. I'm taking it off to finish crocheting because it's starting to get in the way. I'm going to put some gray around the red to make the body look like it's gray, but I'm going to give it a gray tummy and a gray around the vest. I'm going to make the vest first and then make the gray around it. Cindy said, I always laid my babies on their stomach and never had them. Sorry. Yeah, Kim said that doesn't always work. You have to do what works for the kiddo. Each kiddo is different when it comes to sleep. Yep. So yeah. Never had them sleep in my bed, but I had them sleep next to me in their own little crib next to me. Yeah, exactly. I have the bassinet right next to the bed. So we don't even have our crib assembled right now. So what we need to do is when we get our tax refund, we're going to buy 2 new mattresses for the upstairs bunk bed. We have the bunk bed without the mattresses upstairs. So right now downstairs, my girls sleep on the bunk bed. We have 2 bunk beds. So the bunk bed downstairs where that's our ground floor where our bedroom is. So the girls are in bunk beds. Hester's on top, Deborah's on bottom. Joshy has a toddler bed that he sleeps in half the time. So he falls asleep in our bed. We put him in his bed. He wakes up, becomes our bed. Sometimes we think about putting him back again. So we don't force him, but he's getting used to it little by little. He's liking his bed more and more. And sometimes he'll wake up, we'll hear him. And he doesn't always come over, which is nice because he's learning that's his bed, you know. But he loves his parents, loves to be with us. So anyway, I know I sound like a total pushover, but we love him. So half the time with parenting, I feel like I'm too strict, and the other half of the time I feel like I'm too much of a pushover. So that's parenting, right? The judging yourself for being too strict or not strict enough and all of the complicated things that go with being a parent. But we are all just doing our best. Like Cindy said in her video, keeping your kids alive. And like someone else, Tiffany Jenkins from Juggling the Jenkins, she said in a video recently, she said, if your kids are alive, fed, loved, and happy, and healthy, you're doing a pretty darn good job, you know. So the internet can be good for making connections with other parents, but it can be bad for comparing yourself to others. So yeah, I love my kids, but I also need breaks from them. And right now, what I'm doing, crocheting in my office, talking to a computer, this is my break from my kids. I love them, but I want to be a more patient mom, and to be a more patient mom, I need breaks from them. I need breaks. Sometimes I tell them, guys, go to the living room, get out of my room. I don't need all 4 kids in my room while I change the newborn's diaper. I need you guys to back up a little bit. I love you. I'll be in the living room in a minute. Let me change this diaper. You don't need to cry that I'm asking you to leave my room. My room, go. So, and in the kitchen, I have a baby gate. Keep the kids out. My 5-year-old knows how to open it, but she has to get permission to come in. If she wants to help me with dishes, sometimes I tell her I want to do the dishes by myself. Sometimes I want her help. I'm like, hey, come over here, put some silverware away with me. You know, sometimes we color in the kitchen so that the younger ones aren't biting the crayons and coloring on the wall, right? So anyway, you have to do what works, Cindy says. I always had them next to me on the floor or in a crib. I had to sleep. Exactly. Yeah. What is sleep, really? Just kidding. I get sleep sometimes. I could be sleeping right now. But instead, I want to make a cool project for my friend. Because the idea came to my head. I was like, if she has a regular Dino, because I'm not going to give her my Dino. Sorry, Kim. I love you, but I love my Dino. But she has regular Dino. I can make her a little costume for it. I might not be able to make a Santa costume that looks nearly as nice as the Santa Dino. But I can make a pretty darn cute rat Dino costume that looks pretty much cuter than the regular rat Dino costume. So there's that. I think it's cute. All right, so I tied it off. Sorry if I did that so fast you didn't even see it. It might have been too low too, but anyway, I tied it off. So what I do when I tie it off like that, because it has a knot, I turn it inside out so the knot is now on the inside. Look at that. See that magic trick there. So it's not perfectly rounded, but when it's on its head, suddenly it's going to be perfectly rounded, isn't it? So we're going to try this on for size. See how it looks. And there we have it. Very cute. What do you think, Kim? Cute as a button. So now with it on his head, I can see where I want to place the ears. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the ears separately and then connect them on. So now we are making some ears. We're 40 minutes into this video. And I'm okay with it. Turning on my ceiling fan. Kim said, aw, adorable. Cindy said, cute. Laura said, so cute. So yeah, so I've got that first part on. And now we're going to do some ears. So this is going to be a super long video. And I may or may not have a finished project at the end, but we're having some fun just hanging out on YouTube, getting me some watch time. I've got 7 views and 3 likes. If you want to give me a thumbs up, I would love that. I'm totally sharing this video on Facebook afterwards so that people can know how to make their very own crochet rat dino. So what you do in order to make some little ears is you make a simple little chain, and then you're going to connect it together on the other end. Would it be so funny if someone learned how to crochet from watching this video? That would be funny because I'm not even giving like simple instructions. I'm just showing, but I'm a visual learner, so, you know, I'm probably not even doing it close enough to the camera to really see if you don't know how to crochet, how to do it. But I'm looking at that. That's not very big. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. So again, I just eyeball things. Will both ears be exactly the same size? Hopefully. Will it look cute? I sure think so. So yeah. Kim is my friend. She really wants a rat dino. The dino sold out quickly before she could get one. I didn't even know they were selling them. Okay, this is a good size, I think. So I was obviously out of the gossip loop. I've been out of the loop with my YouTube friends, with my VIPKID teacher friends. I've been out of the loop. I've been down for the count. I've been living in newborn breastfeeding struggle land with all the diaper changes and all the older siblings whining and fighting with each other. And I've been drowning and gasping for air whenever I get the chance to land. So if you think that I'm perfect and that I'm the best mom example for you, guess again, my friend. But one thing you won't see from me is me being fake and making you feel bad about struggling as a parent, because y'all, parenting can be a challenge. So I am now making the second row on this cute little baby ear here. And it's going to be cute as a button. So I think. So with this row, I'm not going to be going in at all, but with the next row, I'm going to be going in a lot. By going in, I mean skipping a stitch. I'm probably not even using the correct crochet terminology. I can't even think of the correct word for terminology. And I lost one viewer. Yeah, very boring. Very boring video. It was a push notification on the app. I saw it, but didn't get it on time. Oh, it was on the app. Okay, well, I didn't need to waste $23 today anyway. I spent $27 yesterday at Family Dollar, and all I got was a box of trash bags, a package of pull-ups, some body wash, and 2 coloring books. 27 bucks. How do you like that? So I'd rather buy things that we really need than get a rat dino when I can crochet an outfit for my own dino if I want to. I could make another one of these, but for me, I was super, so I know how Kim feels. I was super excited about the pig dino last year. The pig dino, when I was a kid, I had a pig toy collection. Pigs were my jam. So when I saw the pig dino and all his cute glory, I had to have one. I really wanted one. So I invested in it and bought it for myself. So I know how Kim feels that her birthday's the year of the rat, mine is not. So I'm not that like, wow, I have to have a rat dino. But I know Kim has been excited for a long time. And she's been excited to see what the rat dino looks like. I'm excited to get one. So now I'm on my third row here, and I'm going to be going in every like 5th stitch. I don't know what I'm doing, people. I'm just making it up as I go. So it's like this. I'm just going to skip a stitch when I feel like it. Why? Because this is obviously a really good instructional video, and you should give me a thumbs up and not a thumbs down. Funny thing is, when you're making a live video, people can't give a thumbs down. But once it's posted, people can give a thumbs down. If you're a person who gets on the internet and watches videos, gives people watch time, and then gives them a thumbs down, what are you doing with your life? Like, reevaluate. There's a little button called unsubscribe. I'm not saying you should do that. There's a little button called do not recommend this channel. I'm not saying you should do that either. But I'm saying that's better than thumbs down, because thumbs down is kind of mean. Maybe I'm sensitive. But I'm not the only one that's sensitive about the thumbs down, because I know other people who have been like, hey, I got a thumbs down. Should I quit YouTube altogether? And I'm like, no, I like your videos. Because the haters are going to hate. So now I know what song I want to sing. I want to sing Shake It Off. Okay. So I'm skipping a stitch like every maybe 5 stitches. Now I'm going to go to skipping like every 3 stitches, because I need to finish up this ear real quick. So you can see this is the ear. Isn't that cute? Ain't that cute? He's going to have a little round ear right here, and then he's going to have another one. Isn't that cute? Cute? Yes? I'm trying to, man, I can't see. I found some thumbs down on my YouTube videos. LOL. I didn't even know until I was looking at something else. Aw. See, that's what I'm talking about. People need to chill with the thumbs down button. Like, okay, so there's this one comedian on YouTube, and he posts sometimes his live sketches of him speaking and stuff. And this guy was heckling him from the audience and was like, that's not funny. And he's like, it is funny because everyone else laughed except for you. And you're acting like it's YouTube or something where you can say your dislike out loud. Like people care. I thought that was so funny, because that's exactly the kind of person that gives the thumbs down. It's like, you paid for tickets to come see this comedian talk. You're giving me watch time that if I was monetized, I would be making money off of. And you just want to sit there and give me a thumbs down. Just like that heckler wants to be like, you're not funny. It's like, well, you paid for the ticket, but like, you're paying my paycheck. So like, what's the point? You know, kind of like haters don't use logic, kind of. So anyway, Kim, what do you think about these ears? So basically I'm skipping like every other stitch in order to get this finished off at the end here. And I think this ear turned out exactly how I wanted it to look. So I'm thrilled. This is exactly what I had in mind. Those big old cute ears that the rat dino has. Right? So now I'm gonna cut and tie it. And I will attach it on after I make a second pretty equal in size and shape ear. I'm going to try my best to make an ear just like this one. We shall see, as long as they're pretty close in size, right? So the nice thing about a newborn is they eat and sleep. So you feed the newborn till they're full, and then they sleep for 3 hours till they're hungry again. That's nice. It makes adjusting to life as a mom of 4 kids easier. Okay. Does not look like an ear. It's an ear, guys. It's so cute. You don't think that's adorable? What are you doing with your life? Isn't that cute? Okay. Kim said, I love the ears. Perfect. Okay. So yeah. So now I'm going to make one more ear, and then I'm going to make him a little red vest. So yeah. Cute, cute, cute. My eye. I'm sorry, my eye is bothering me. Okay. Why am I apologizing that my eye is bothering me? I'm sorry to my eye. How about that? I'm sorry, that I knew I was going to get pink eye if I cuddled my 2-year-old. But the guilt of not cuddling my 2-year-old overthrew the worry of getting pink eye. And I purposefully gave myself pink eye in order to give my 2-year-old cuddles. And that's the truth of the matter. I knew the moment I got pink eye. I knew it. The baby's crying. Tell Daddy to wake up. The baby's crying for real? I don't even hear the baby crying. Okay, well, I'm going to have to end this video, and I will show you later when I finish the video. When I finish this, I will show you guys the finished product in another video. Gotta go. My baby's crying. My husband sleeps through it, like I already said. Okay, bye.